Hello, and welcome to the third installment of the Grifball Weekly podcast. And as always, I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Nets Pride 15 and Avianch. How are you two guys doing tonight?
Exhausted.
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
All right, and also we are proud to announce our first special guest on the Grifball Weekly podcast. We have Rage More Nerd. How are you doing tonight, guy?
I'm amazing.
Well, all right. It's great to have you on the podcast, and I wanted to be the first to congratulate you and Nets for advancing to the AGLA Summer League 14 championship. It should be a great one to watch.
It's gonna be a fun one to watch.
Yep, most definitely. So, since we have you as our first guest, we figured we'd jump right into after introductions. We have some questions for you that we worked on and would like to ask you and see what your thoughts on. So we're just going to jump right in here. First question: what would you say, in your opinion, has been the most clutch play that One Hit Wonders has pulled off all this season?
That's tricky because we've had like an endless amount of goal line stops, but the one fresh in my mind is me getting the clutch pickup in Game 2 against Bomb Squad to get the game-winning goal and series-winning goal. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to me because I have an ego.
Well, I'm not really surprised there, but
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe you could. Maybe I shouldn't be so mean and make you pick one. Maybe I should let you pick a second, just in case.
I don't know. There were at least 3 or 4 like really clutch stops in the playoffs against Retroactive, which was a pretty scary series. That was pretty uncomfortable. I wasn't in my zone really until Game 3 came around. Then it was all over.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take question 2, and then Nets he can go ahead and take question 3 and 4. And for some reason, I think Ava will very much enjoy taking question 5. So
I'm good with that. I'm all good with that.
All right. Question 2. Here we go. Who would be your ideal bid league team for passing and making plays if you could have any 5 players you wanted? Credits didn't matter.
Credits did not matter. I could pick anybody.
Anybody.
Well, obviously me and Shadow. That's like given. And then probably Nets and D League. There's no surprise. All 4 of them are in the championship right now.
All right. Well,
you have an extra one?
Yeah.
I can have an extra one?
Any 5 players besides you. Your whole roster.
Anyone not on Notorious. Ow. I don't know.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah, pass.
Pass.
on Crusader. Okay,
He's not in the league right now.
Yeah, but he said
any player you wanted. That's regardless of them being here now or if they're RIP. Doesn't matter. Any 5 players.
And of course Crusader. What the hell?
I was going with the easy answer. Okay.
It's a smart answer.
All right. Yeah, Nets, you can go ahead and go with the next questions if you want. The next 2. Yeah.
5 players I would want. All right. Obviously myself, because I'm like Rage. I'm obsessed with myself. Certainly Silent. You'd want him on any team. He could do anything.
Except beat me in Game 3.
I mean, he played pretty well, but okay. I'll take Genji. Definitely Genji. I'll just take the whole crew back, man. I'll take Snipe. I'll take Tonga. I think that should be fine.
Yeah, I don't even know who I would have, but if I had to pick 5 players for a big passing offense, I think I would be too scared to be on the main stage for that. So, yeah, I would agree with Ace. Ace definitely is trigger happy, likes to pass. And Nets, you are as well. Same with Rage, Shadow. Yeah, those would all be good choices, I would say. What do you think, Ava?
Oh, knowing that I'm not a passing type of person, I'm a runner. Probably Rage, probably Shadow. I gotta have my Riggs and Murtaugh duo of Mom's Taco and myself. And I don't know, some other people that I can't even think of because I don't pass that much.
Crusader.
Seder tots.
Seder tots.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and move along with Rage's 5 questions here. See, the next one we got is, who has been the biggest surprise this season, in your opinion? And
Like
that could
player
be pro
or team?
Yeah, it could just be biggest surprise for player. I should have made it more specific, but it could be pro or AMI, or you can do both. It's up to you.
I'm really not that informed in AMI, so I'm not going to do that. In pro, probably Godless. I mean, it was a real 50-50 thing to me. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if he kind of, I don't know, did the same thing he did back in Season 1 with Vital Signs, where it just didn't work out. But I don't know. He stepped up big this season, and he's a big part of why Next Dimension is where they are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say he's played very good. He likes to brag that he has the worst KD spread in the league, but we all know that KD can sometimes be irrelevant. Just as long as you're around and making the right plays. So, but
when he's on his game, Next Dimension's pretty tough to beat.
All right. Yeah, this next question, number 4, this will be a good one that'll probably get you and Nets going at an argument. But ship predictions.
One Hit Wonders is gonna win in 2 games.
Get them, Nets.
Hmm.
Get them.
I have to be honest here, and just One Hit Wonders, man. They're gonna lose in 2. What else am I gonna say? Come on.
If you're going to be honest, admit you're going to lose.
Right.
This is the first thing you said.
The only shot you have is you and Amy, right?
No.
And that's barely a shot.
Nah, it's not even going to matter. The host it won't matter. I mean, game 2, we'll probably use Hootenanny, and, you'll probably be screwed anyway. But,
right.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, you guys almost lost game 2 Notorious. I don't know how. I mean, what the hell? I don't know. Notorious was... They really didn't play that smart. And you're going against my team, top defenders in the league,
Yeah, a bunch of bias.
You're just gonna get stopped over and over again at the goal, and Godless is gonna start getting angry. He's gonna complain about connection. Shadow's not gonna be able to calm him down, and it's just gonna be a disaster in the end.
Yeah. No, you guys will be fine. You know why? Because I'm just gonna sit myself, and we'll win with Doc Sword.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Wait.
You heard it here. Nets is committed. He cannot play in the ship now.
Wait. This is the shit talk for the 2 championships. For the championship, come on, Rage, call him names. Nets, come on, stop his face. Come on, I want to watch the game and have popcorn. I want the fire to rise.
I don't even need to play in that game to crush them.
Maybe, I'll just sit in the corner and watch Solace, Steve leaking nice cards, just run you guys over while I'm eating a stupid, disgusting lean pocket.
Well, I think regardless, with the way both of your teams are built and the balance that you have that I've talked about all season, it seems like you two have the most balanced team. So I think regardless, it's going to be a real good ship. I don't think it'll... Well, I think I made a point earlier of, that obviously championships are always exciting, but it doesn't seem like there's been a real memorable, thrilling ship in the bid league. Era. There've been some pretty good ones, but
realistically, the ships have been blowouts. I mean, One Hit Wonders got destroyed in the first one. Then we destroyed Hybrid Theory in the second. Pro Run destroyed Impulse.
Yeah.
Well, everything was pretty well decided halfway through the first game.
There was a nice little moment last season when in game 2, Pro Run and Impulse 4-1, and Impulse scored twice, I believe. Made it 4-3. They made it interesting for
it
2
wasn't
seconds.
It wasn't like 5-0s, but I don't think there was a lot of doubt that Pro Run was going to win that game.
Oh no, definitely wasn't. No, but this should be good.
Yeah,
it's definitely going to be the closest.
I'm thinking
unless you just collapse and I just.
I'm looking forward to a 3-game series, but we'll just have to see what happens. But
I'm really happy that there's actually going to be some exciting teams in there this season, as opposed to Hybrid Theory, and Pro Run, which are boring tanking teams pretty much. But not so much Pro Run as much as Hybrid Theory was. But no one really wants to watch an hour-long tanking battle back and forth. It gets kind of boring. And, the 2 best passing teams in the league are going to go at it here, which we really don't see that often. Because it's usually been, one team that's been dominant in passing. But there's really 2 this season, so it's going to be something different.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, yeah, it should be a good ship for sure. But we can go ahead and finish up the questions, and then we can get moving on with the rest of the podcast. But this last question, I think you'll enjoy. What would you say is your favorite memory of trolling Boss Tycoon?
Oh, that's so easy. It's when he changed his gamer tag to Kid Infamous, and I jumped at the opportunity and stole his original Boss Tycoon account.
I remember that.
And then I lost the email to it. It's gone forever.
Oh man, I remember you doing that. He got pissed.
It was so funny. I joined a custom game with the account, and he just looked at it like, "Who did that?"
Well,
It was amazing.
yeah, I guess since you guys have already kind of done your smack talk with the ship predictions and that sort of thing, I guess one thing we could touch on maybe for AGLA talk is maybe the road to how the championship will set. And well, while Next Dimension got the first round bye, the Hybrid Theory and the Notorious game was definitely, or the series, it was definitely a good series for sure. It was a good series to watch.
I didn't get to watch it. I was busy beating Retroactive.
Ooh, yeah.
I did go back and watch it though. It was I don't know. It was long.
If I remember correctly, went to 3 games, right?
Yeah.
It was a long, grueling series. 2 tanking teams, not big on passing, so that sort of thing.
I thought Hybrid Theory was gonna win so they were my pick because I thought they're gonna out tank Notorious pretty much, and well, if Notorious can't tank through you, they're not gonna win. But they did. So what do I know?
Yeah, and when I saw it, you just looking at the rosters really, and if you play them enough times, you knew Notorious was sold on their 4th. You knew who they were going to use, and they were confident in T-Rich. But Shinji not so much, and it kind of showed even in the playoffs. Like, he just wasn't sure between Killers or Dragon. And
Shinji needs to stop running.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, I would say so, but that wasn't really the issue. The issue at hand was his 4th. Really similar to my team last season, where he just cycling between people and doesn't know who to use, and it's just tough luck, really. Could have easily won that series.
They could have won the league. I mean, if they were on their game, they probably would have been the best team in the league.
Yeah, and that game 3 decision for him to leave in what's his face, Dragon.
What's his face?
It doesn't seem right at first glance, but then it's like, well, we just won with the guy, even though he went neg infinity.
Boss did
Why would
that
you change that?
back in Reach.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh, he went neg infinity.
No,
I don't know about that because I know Killers can make some pretty clutch plays. I would have put Killers back in.
Even though you lost with him in game 1.
Yeah, but regardless, he knows he's very clutch. I mean, if I had to choose between Killers and Dragon, I mean, no offense to Dragon, I'd choose Killers.
I mean, back in Reach, Boss Tycoon, he put in Denny MacBot over Shadow Alchemist.
Okay.
After they lost game 1, and then they 9-0'd. What was it like?
It was late greats
or something.
It was late greats, yeah.
And so Boss, of course, he kept Denny, and then they lost. And then afterwards, everybody criticized him for not playing Shadow Alchemist.
Yeah, it's always going to be a Monday morning quarterback type of thing because, if you play and, play the right lineup and win, obviously you're fucking a genius. But, if you lose, they're going to, we should have played me. Or you shouldn't have played me. It's always going to be that sort of deal.
Sometimes it is a neutral host thing.
But, yeah, it was definitely a grueling series to watch. I initially thought the same thing you did, Rage, but I guess that was what I get for picking against Silva in playoffs. He usually turn it up pretty big in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's got some experience.
Yeah, just a little.
Just not that much, There are others who have more, like Shadow. I don't know if I can make the list any longer. And it's probably not even true. It's probably equal.
Yeah, and then and then after they got the win over Hybrid Theory, obviously they had to face Next Dimension tonight. And luckily we have from a sideline report from somebody who was on the court.
What? Which game?
Both of them.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean,
Sloppy in terms of what?
lazy passing.
Lazy passing.
There were a lot of deflections that did not need to be deflections. For both teams.
So you're just going to describe the defense and deflections and just say it was horrible passing?
Yes.
Okay.
There were a lot of them that were just dumb passing. It is not reading the people trying to kill you. I mean, it doesn't take much to look at the tank in front of you, and be like, okay, I'm just gonna stutter for a second, wait for him to swing, and then I'm gonna throw it. But no, I'm just gonna throw it and get deflected. That happened like a dozen times. And I saw a lot of throwing the ball into the back wall.
And you don't think it's just good defense on someone's part?
No.
We're just completely clueless when it comes to throwing it. Okay.
I think, you guys cracked under the pressure.
Good. Now this is what I want. More of this. Keep going.
Keep going.
I mean, I want at the end of the podcast, I want them to at least be at each other's throats. Come on.
Game 2 was really it was a really big thriller. That last round was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was, and I was in the chat box criticizing everybody.
What else is new?
Yeah. I feel a lot more confident after watching this game.
Oh, you must have not seen Game 1 then.
No, I actually did. I went back and watched it. Again, very sloppy.
Yep. Very sloppy. Was it like 20 minutes?
I mean, I'm gonna come out and say Notorious was completely pass retarded that game. I mean, come on. I mean, they were. I mean, I guess they were pretty good about it throughout the season. They were pretty good about holding onto the ball. But once you pressure them, the passes are not smart. They really weren't. I mean, Silva throw, please.
And you know what? It wasn't even so much the Silva throw. It's just
no, it wasn't even Silva.
Yeah, he could hold his weight with running wise, but it's the other three guys, and I'm not saying they're horrible, but it's if I were in his shoes, it'd be tough for me to trust the rest of those guys in that lineup with the ball and make a responsible decision with it.
I mean, especially Ite's, and he really won't pick up the ball if there's somebody within 30 feet of him that he can try and kill. I mean, even in that last game, he got a really clutch stop on, I think it was Shadow. And the ball just kind of sat there for a bit. I mean, granted, they got the ball, but I think he could have just picked it up and backed off.
Yeah, no, and those extra seconds could cost him.
It doesn't go into his head to pick up the ball that often.
It's that activated awareness.
Yeah.
The ball, what is that? You don't need to worry about that. Proceed to the spawn.
Pretty much. I mean, if there was someone right with him, then that's one thing. I mean, I would want Ite's tanking on the other team's spawn just about as much as anybody. But I mean, it took like 5-something seconds for someone to get there, and that's the entire team can respawn and get in position by that time.
Right.
But that won't happen again with us.
Yeah, once again, it was definitely a good series, and from the Hammer Conference, next dimension will advance to the championship, and like we said before, it should be a good one. And I guess we can go ahead and talk about some of the games leading up to things wrapping up on your side of the bracket, Rage and the Sword Conference.
Yeah.
You had a big series win against Retroactive, and then after that, you faced off against the first round bye in the Sword Conference, which was Bomb Squad, and was able to come out on top on them as well. You can go ahead and, if you want, talk a little bit about those series. First, the Retroactive series.
In my power rankings, I mentioned that one question regarding Bomb Squad was, were they going to be really punch happy as they were in the regular season? And they weren't. I mean, in game 1, they tried to do it, but we killed the carrier a lot, and I think that really discouraged them from doing it in game 2. And they had like 3 punches in game 2 or something. It was not a very big number, so the offense really struggled without Thunder getting a lot of punches. So I'm going to credit our defense with that.
Yeah, but they definitely made the right adjustment, like you said, and definitely went after less punches, and
they adjusted it right.
Kind of in it.
But they I don't know, they just gonna tank through us without the extra punches going on.
Right.
That and Hoonani host game 1.
There was plays. There was plays during game 2 where you guys were like You had all 4 of them at half court. All 4 of you annihilated them, and you guys basically skipped to the goal.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
That's one thing that I believe that my team in Next Dimension are really good at. Since we're not known for being really good tanks, but when we get our tank-ins, when we get our double kills and stuff, it's at the right moments. Yeah. It's about the clutch tanking, not so much the stats at the end of the game.
Yeah, I think when you have a cohesive unit like that and you can move down court and say, you're penetrating on their side, you have all 3 tanks alive, or let's just say 2. I mean, if you can wrap up a double kill really quick, or 2 people wrap up 2 double kills really quick, that's it. I mean, you can just walk it right in, or get 3 out of 4 of the kills, punch the last one, run it in. As long as you have good timing and just get those cluster of kills together, it's easy walk in.
Yeah, if you're smart about it, you can get in position on their side of the court without even needing a kill, and you can just push them back slowly. It doesn't always work that way, but if it does, all you need is 1 double kill, and that's all it takes. So it's not about, you don't need a big string of kills. You just need the right amount of kills at the right amount of time.
Yep. Yeah, timing is key. That's how it is.
Yeah. Lightsaber with the clutch doubles.
Oh, God.
Blacklist. Good.
Such a nightmare.
All he does is get double kills.
Yep. For the win.
But, yeah, it'll be a great ship to watch. And, yeah, I guess we can go ahead and move on to, the AMI League. And definitely some interesting playoff series that happened this week in AMI. So,
yeah, 2 tonight?
I mean, I guess the first one the Secret Society versus Aftershock. I mean, that was definitely a shock. No pun intended, but I don't think anybody really seen Secret Society actually coming out and playing, and Evil included in his team. And I don't blame them for being surprised. I mean, I don't think anybody thought they would have even a chance in that series.
I think a lot of people counted them out when Hydro Kid stopped playing, when he was benched or whatever.
Well, when you lose 9 out of your last 11 games, you'll lose Spade.
Well, I think he's back.
No, he's not.
I hear things.
Regardless, it's still it's hysterical that Aftershock lost. I said in the last podcast to show me something. Well, you sure did show me something. You're not gonna win. And I want to not to sound so mean, but come on, you beat them at the end of the season to win your division, and then the next games you lose to them in the playoffs. It's ridiculous. It's pathetic.
Damn. That's what he's here for.
And you too, Rage.
Yeah, I know. I have to watch what I say, though. I have an election to win again.
It's okay. We still love you.
But yeah, Amy is all eyes on Supernova.
Yep, that hasn't changed.
Yeah, I mean, it's as an admin, I don't want to see a perfect season because I want it because that means in a way the big league failed there. But it's Amy. It's easier for stuff like that to happen because all you need is that one player to really come out of nowhere. But in this case, it really wasn't that.
Well,
though I will say Pimp has really improved this season as opposed to the last few seasons he's played.
Yeah,
I definitely said that.
I made a post not too long ago in the discussion thread. I don't remember. I think someone was just talking about their perfect season or whatnot. And I think one thing that I noticed was, Nico Demons. He's a pretty sound player. He's always been he knows how to win, or he's known how to win in AGLA. That's for sure. Since he has 2 AMI ships, but he got a player in Defined Beauty who'd had great stats, but had just ended up on teams that just couldn't quite make playoffs. And then you have a player like Pimp who is pro caliber. I mean, not saying he'd be the best pro caliber player, but he's pro caliber nonetheless. He went down to AMI, and you always got to keep an eye on players like that because they can make a huge impact. And I think the only thing that didn't surprise me was them picking up Quack because he had such a successful season, and he's a really good tank. So I just think they just meshed well together, and they just found something that worked for them, and they just keep running with it.
I know. I think it was last season. Quack subbed against my team. I don't remember who it was, but I remember he he gave me a lot of trouble. I mean, he's a really underrated player, and I think this season really proved that he can lead. Well, not lead a team, but he can be a part of a team that can go undefeated in MA anyway. I mean, he's really just flying under the radar.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, probably not anymore. I just called him out, so sorry about that. Have fun going for 400 credits next season.
Yeah, they had they had their series against Endgame tonight, and before that they beat System Failure in 2 games. The series tonight was it was one of their harder ones, I believe. I know Endgame brought them to a 4-4 in the second game, and almost was able to hand them their first loss of the season, but just couldn't quite keep the momentum going that they had.
Yeah, I think that may have been the best shot at upsetting Supernova because Endgame was on a tear. They finished up this season strong, and they've just been playing about as good as they could going into that matchup. But I guess Supernova is still just too much.
Yeah, and Blade and Shad, that's a hell of a duo. That could have easily went the other way, and who knows what would have happened in Game 3. Shout out to Endgame, though, for coming back strong in Game 2, because I believe the first game was a 7-2 loss. And it's easy for anyone to say, well, there's no chance of them coming back. And
I think, Supernova had quite a few 4-4s here and there, but I don't know. They always find a way to squeeze out the win.
Right.
No, I mean, honestly, I thought Endgame could do it because one thing that Supernova had an advantage on was using Grifball essentially as their neutral host, and since he's on Endgame, I thought that would kind of take away a little bit of the, Quack's connection a little bit, because that's his best connection when it comes to American Bears. So I thought it would, make a kind of, strategic difference. But it doesn't look like it at all, and their Supernova is going Supernova, if you know what I mean.
Burning them up.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Basically.
But
Ava. I give it to Endgame though.
Yeah, I was just gonna go ahead and say to Ava, yeah, you could go ahead and touch on what you kind of saw in Endgame whenever you played the series before them, where they were able to come out on top in 3 games. That was a really good series to watch, though, for sure.
Oh, believe me, it was a very good series. I enjoyed it. I'm glad that 3 games issued. Those 2 teams are the type of teams that need to go 3 games, and that's just hands down. I mean, it was a battle. There definitely was a battle, and it wasn't one of those like, oh, we all have to tank in at the same time. It was pretty much, strategic throughout the entire game. It just from their side and our side. But I give it to them. I'm glad they got the. If any team was kind of element us, I'm glad it's that team because it sure wasn't going to be System Failure.
I think they lost 9-0 both games.
Oh,
we're looking at those waypoints.
What, System Failure?
Yeah.
Oh, I was literally betting the games were going to last about 10 minutes each.
Yeah, they were both 9-0 games.
But I don't think they were 10 minutes long. So you lost.
Damn it. Yeah, well, too bad I wasn't actually betting somebody.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I really want to see a Game 3 in the championship. I really do. Because I want to know. I want to see what happens when Supernova loses the perfect season.
Yep.
And then they still have to come out and win, and still come out and win the championship.
That's exactly what I've been saying since the first time we did this podcast. It's, man, if they lose a game, you just don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, yeah, you don't know how much that can be demoralizing,
Right.
Yeah, I feel like it's human nature for, people to root for the underdog and that sort of thing. And, it's great to have a perfect season and all, but, when you have a perfect season, it's just that. It's expected, I mean, anything less than greatness is a disappointment. But, I mean, it just seems like everything that every team has tried to adjust and think that's going to work, it just hasn't. They've had a counter for it, or they've just been playing so well together, for sure.
Man, it's like I know a NAMI team that had a perfect season going into the championship, and we fucking lost. I really don't like men's. Fuck you.
Honestly, if Supernova wins, There is no reason why every single player on the team should not go pro. But obviously, you just beat everybody in anime, hands down.
Yeah.
True.
I don't. Yeah. I can't see that team staying together.
I can't see anybody on that team beating anime. I really can't. Because
I know Nico Demons was in pro season 1. He was on Bomb Squad. He actually played in the playoffs against my team, and you know, a little out of his league at that point. But you know, he comes down to anime, and he's pretty dominant. I think he'd be ready to come back up to pro.
yeah, I think Pimp's ready. You know,
Pimp is ready.
Yeah.
Define Beauty and Quack could probably make some noise if they're on the right team. Sometimes it's all about the team that they show up on.
Yeah.
And type that they make.
Yeah.
if I had to bet anything, Rain would probably pick up Define Beauty because he picks up every single girl in the damn league.
Yeah, he picked one up last season, and then she quit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was annoying. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, I'm going to the other side of the bracket of the playoff bracket though. After the upset, Secret Society got over Aftershock, Hyperdrive, and Bad Intentions. They just played their series tonight.
That took forever.
Yeah, it took them a while to get it scheduled or whatnot. And then, yeah, the series was a great one. Bad Intentions come out swinging in the first game, took the first game and put them back on their heels, but Hyperdrive hung in there, and Game 3 was a 4-4 for a very long time, and they ended up just, possessions went back and forth, and they just ended up having more grit and wanting it more.
That was streamed, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
It was a really good game. It was a really good series, for sure.
I love that.
It was absolutely terrible from the Bad Intention side. I mean, absolutely terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's devastating.
You win game 1. You destroy them game 1, and they destroy the shit out of you game 2. And then you get all the way to 4, have a 4-2, and then you lose to them in 3 scores.
They had a 4-2?
Yeah.
Notorious, please.
And, then during the 4-4 last round, they actually get a couple stops. They get the ball, and then less than 10 seconds later, they throw it to the health pack where nobody's at, and Hyperdrive gets the ball again. So it's, like I said the other podcast, they do little things to fail. And it's much of a very big headache because they're a good tanking team, and yet they fail like Dallas Cowboy style.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're the team, if you're the better tanking team, I mean, all you have to do is have really good ball possession, and you can win that game. I mean, you can. It's of course you want to take risks because you want to take risks. It's more fun, and it's totally worth it sometimes. But if you have the better tanks, then just be patient with it. You don't need to rush anything. In time, you will eventually break through.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And obviously, Bad Intentions was, to me, the best tanking team in anime. I mean, Supernova was good, but Bad Intentions, I thought, had the more stout tank lineup.
Who had the better stats? I don't know why I just said that. Whatever.
Yeah. Coming from the one person who's like, stats don't mean anything.
Stats are fun.
Chemistry means everything.
Stats are fun.
Chemistry doesn't equal wins.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats right now. It was not even close. Supernova and Bad Intentions were so far ahead, spread-wise.
Yeah, but like I said, eventually all those tiny little mistakes, they add up, and it just costed them the whole, series. I was watching that game ever since when they were up 4-2. That's when I started watching, so I was a little bit of a bad luck charm. But yeah, if there was one team I thought I could have easily taken one game, at the very minimum one game from Supernova, I thought it was Bad Intentions. They easily match up with Supernova. I'm not sure if they'll out-tank Supernova, but they can definitely keep up with them. And it's just the running game. It was precise game 1, and then game 2 and 3, I don't know what happened.
Maybe it says something about Hyperdrive. Maybe they can be the team that can break out, that can beat the team that out-tanks them really good. I don't want to put my faith in Perfect Demise, but
You probably shouldn't.
No.
No. Here's the thing, Reg. Every team that's faced Bad Intentions has been out-tanked, but they still win 7-2, 8-1, 6-3s.
Chemistry.
Please. There's not you cannot say there are 16 teams in this league, in the AMI league, that had chemistry, but they still beat Bad Intentions.
They had more apparently.
Well, yeah, I think it was definitely a very good series, and I think personally, I thought Hyperdrive was going to win much more convincingly, and I thought Bad Intentions came out and played very well. But yeah, they made a lot of little errors that could have went the other way, and they had so many opportunities to win that game 3 in that last round. I mean, so many. The ball changed hands. I don't know how many times. It was a lot.
Well, Bad Intentions barely squeezed in the playoffs. They were only 13-12.
Yeah.
They were barely over 500.
Yeah.
Had some other teams won down the stretch. It wouldn't have mattered. They would have been out in playoffs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
There were a couple teams that were 12 and 13.
Yeah.
The only team that was close was Hoot's team, and Hoot's team wasn't going to win against Hyperdrive anyways. Yeah,
they were one game back. That just says something. I guess they're a bunch of stat batters. I have to ban them all.
Yeah, it looks like the only game that we really have to predict or can make predictions for, besides the pro ship, is the Hyperdrive and Secret Society matchup, and they could be a pretty tough one to do because, we thought Secret Society was going to get stomped by Aftershock, and they played really well, and Hide-Yo is going to be out of inactive because since he was placed in inactive and never replaced, he pretty much can be called back anytime. So. And who apparently has patched things up with him now, and yeah, so they'll have their original lineup.
Real quick, we'll come back to AMI, but Ava and NOPLEX did not pick somebody in the Pro Championship.
Oh! I hate you both. Yeah, dude. Yeah, like I said, I think it's gonna be a 3-game series, but oh man, why you do this to me?
I can ban you.
I'm
waiting. I can ban you too.
We're going down together.
Oh, man. I don't know.
Wait. It's taking you this long to make a decision.
Because I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it's just hard to decide. It's like really almost like a flip of a coin.
All right. Well, I'll just play this and let you make a decision.
Oh no.
All right,
okay.
You're good now, right?
You're a nerd. Did you just have this set up just for this? Just waiting for something to come up where you can use that?
Oh, it's a soundboard, man. I have everything there.
Who is
have that set up?
Who is Next Dimension in 3 games?
Bunch of liars.
Okay, now Ava, you have to say that One Hit Wonders is going to win, so we look like we're on a talk show.
I have absolutely no fucking clue on that series. I mean, Shadow and Rage know each other like better than anybody.
That's what I mean.
In terms of play style. I mean, shit, I'm pretty sure by the time the game starts, both of them are finishing each other's sentences on group chats.
We play so similar, it's going to be really fun.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm pulling for Rage because you're my boy.
Yeah.
But,
Don't say but.
Shut the fuck up. It's a toss-up. But I'm just going to go with One Hit Wonders just because if you guys win, I can shove it in NOPLEX's space.
Hey, well, I predicted that One Hit Wonders was going to be retroactive, and I don't remember you two guys doing that, so yeah.
Whoa. I said in my heart
yeah.
One Hit Wonders to win. I said in my gut I thought Retro would win, so suck it.
Oh, well, yeah, that was, it was definitely good. But, yeah, no.
I know to be totally honest, that Retro series was a tale of two hosts. I mean, on Hootenanny's host, we could tank into them, and it would be fine. On their host, my god, dude, Alpha leached off that host so hard. It was so ridiculous.
This one guy.
I mean, shut up. I mean, it wasn't even that the host was bad for us. It was just, oh my god, Alpha was the best player in that game. It was it was stupid. Alpha should not be going plus 20.
That's harsh.
That's like me going plus 20.
I mean, we still had a shot. I mean, we still had a chance to win that game, but Alpha's stupid.
And
I can say what I want.
But yeah, back to before Rage sidetracked us because he's the greatest. But yeah, who do y'all think is going to win out of Hyperdrive and Secret Society?
Secret Society.
Ooh.
Okay, well, before I make my prediction, quick question. Why is there a rule saying the inactive player can come back after the playoffs? Like,
It was actually
playoffs?
I know why. Wait, I know why. Because the admins are, oh, wait, no, never mind. You can keep going.
Yeah. I mean, that just...
Yeah, you better shut up.
That just seems kind of scruffy, because, like, it's, I was talking with played, like, 4 games for the postseason, so why don't I just hit an active for the entire season, then bring him back?
Yeah, it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I've seen it coming.
They're still technically on the team.
Yeah, well, see, the thing with Amy, the thing with Amy that's different with Pro when you make a player inactive is like when you do it in Pro, you can place a player inactive and have a perma Amy call up or something like that. But when you do it in Amy, the only person you can really call up is like a draftee that didn't even get drafted or something like that, or trade them. So what will happen then is that the player will stay inactive, and then they're just basically a roster spot, but they can't play because their captain doesn't want them to, or they
There's
can't
also
play.
this back and forth thing about whether he was really inactive or not, because the reason was pretty stupid.
Yeah, it was all a bunch of craziness.
Like, we put in some rules that were, preventing some shady stuff from going on in a way. So you need like legitimate reasons to name someone inactive, and I don't like him wasn't a very good excuse.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just like right now that there's if you put them on the inactive roster, they should stay there no matter what. Not just because we got into a fight and but we made up, so can we have him back, please? I need him, please.
Yeah. No, don't worry, man. It's not like it's doesn't say on the rules or anything about at the end of the season if players marked as inactive are released from the team. No, it doesn't say that at all. Don't worry.
Ooh.
Oh.
No. Especially when I think about it, like Hydeo Kid is like probably subbed in more games for other teams than Secret Society. So just saying, it's just kind of shady. And if he is playing, then I don't know who's going to win because I'll still take Hyperdrive. But if he's in, it will change things up. But if he's not in, let's put it this way: you know who's going to be there.
Did we just go into this little thing about how we would not put our faith in Demise?
Yeah, I don't know. Secret Society is a pretty good team, and they're gonna have a hide back. They got Hide Yo Kids, and I think they might play KSI Hellraiser, Expert Recon, and I don't know if you know who will play and be their fourth.
I mean, having Expert Recon is a pretty good boost because he's only in there in AMI because of his availability. He would have been in Pro, guaranteed.
I think that series is going to go to Hyperdrive because Hyperdrive did show a lot tonight of, if somebody like starts smacking them around, how do they react? And that series might go similar. Secret Society might come out swinging, but I feel like Hyperdrive might be able to settle down and get their game going and end up winning it. So I take Hyperdrive, even though I shouldn't put faith in Perfect Demise, like you said.
Just saying, what if Perfect Demise wins and then beats Supernova? I mean, what happens to it?
You'll have to be his best friend forever.
Hell no. I already agreed to be in his IGL team, so I think that's plenty enough. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would have to say the same. I'm in agreement with you, NOPLEX. They showed tons and tons of composure tonight. They came back down, 0-1. They won 4-4 game 3. And more importantly, when you look at these two lineups, you have Perfect Demise. He's calling out everything. Surprisingly, but he's calling out everything. He's being very verbal. And more importantly, you have Sonic. And I never thought of him like this, but he's leading that team. He's telling them where he wants them to go. He's calming them down. He's not screaming or anything. I don't know. I just don't see anyone from Secret Society stepping up and just guiding them the way. It's just, who and Hydra Kids, they're great. Expert Recon's great, but I don't see anyone that's going to step up from this lineup.
Perfect Demise has really reminded me of Boss Second back in the day.
Right?
Just not nearly as aggressive, I guess I would
Well,
say.
do you know all the similarities? Okay,
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you just did you just say Perfect Demise is looking like Boss Tycoon? Rage, you and I both know there's no way in hell that he's looking like Boss Tycoon.
I
By
mean,
now,
he-
Boss Tycoon was like this. Oh,
he's not as aggressive. He wants to win. He's going as far. He's doing everything he can to get the win. He's calling out on the court like Nett said. He's not screaming at you. I mean, his charisma just reminds me of Boston.
He told me, I asked him tonight right after the series. I told him good win, good series, that sort of thing. And I said, you showed a lot of grit in that game 3. You know, you're losing and all that. And he said, yeah, whenever it hit 4-4, I didn't panic. I just got calm. He said, I learned that from you. So he told me. So I must be good at something.
I want to shed a tear.
You don't, but that's all I'm good for is composure and sometimes comedy timing. But yeah, other than that in defense, I'm pretty worthless.
He's old enough to be your kid.
That's creepy.
Isn't that creepy?
Yeah, so is half the Grifball community, so what's your point?
I don't know. He's your son now. Sorry.
No, but he said okay, so one time we were picking on him and say he looked like baby George Lopez. So we said, would you rather be baby Boss Tycoon or baby George Lopez? He said, and I quote, I would rather be baby Boss because Boss is pretty cool.
Oh my
God. That's disrespect to George Lopez. Like, really.
So you need to, make fun of him for that the next time you have IGL games.
I quit IGL. How dare you?
Yeah, but anyways. But I think you're right, though. I think, and one thing about him is, yeah, he wasn't very good whenever he first started coming around, but he's been playing a lot and doing his best to improve because he all of a sudden started playing defense this season, which he hadn't done that before, which is always helpful, and he's become a better tank, too.
He was really unsure of what he wanted to be when he first started. He didn't know if he wanted to be a runner or a tank or a hybrid, but he's really settled down as to like a tank heavy hybrid right now. That's how I've seen him play. He's tanking a lot more than he used to. He's not demanding for the ball, and I think it's starting to show that he's more calm with himself.
All I'm gonna say to that was when you said Boss Tycoon and Demise in the same sentence. I honestly thought, good thing you were talking about performance on the court, because if it was talking about off the court, it was more like Boss was like, by the time he had gotten to this moment of playoff, like, I'm the best. All you guys are scrubs. Taylor gang.
Yeah, Boss back in the no.
But no,
that was bad.
Demise is doing fantastic. One thing I noticed from him for the game is his call-outs. He's so damn casual doing the call-outs. Like, all right, let's go to the left. Let's go to the right. I'll throw it over here. And then you throw it back to me. Over there, over here. I'm like, Jesus, no urgency, but hell, it's working.
It's working, exactly.
Yeah, just keep your cool. That's what I do, for the most part.
Yeah, keeping your cool can be good because, there's no need to be stressed out and be worried if the game is close. That's my mindset anytime I'm in a really close game, like a 4-4 game, or even losing, like 4-1 or something like that. All I just think of is I don't give a shit if I lose, but winning would be pretty cool. That's usually the mindset I have.
Or you could just be like Mom's Taco and just tank, start getting you get to a kill tag and be like, Mud Dogs football, we get a score.
Mud Dogs is the best. But yeah, we're chugging along here. I guess we should probably go ahead and move on to GGL stuff so we can keep moving.
I don't want it.
Yeah, you really
say things.
Yes, you do.
You really do, though.
Just saying, it's the same thing. Just in the AGLA ship, you haven't played our starting lineup yet.
I don't know. It's fine. I don't ever get to play either, so it's fine. But I was there for my team. They almost needed me, but I'm glad they didn't.
Almost.
You guys aren't even beating Red Ray, so stop it.
Please.
Stop it.
What division are you in?
6.
Oh,
yeah.
That's not 1 or 2.
Let's put it this way. We're very bored. We're extremely bored.
Let's put it this way: you're a bitch. You're hiding in the not veteran division.
Let's put it. Okay. We're gonna go down that. We're gonna go with that. Okay, let's put it this way. Fuck off.
Yeah, but looks like Division 1, Arc has got that one 10-0. Watching
Shut
All is 9-3. Division 2, Fatal 4 is at 6-2. Green Army Juniors in second place at 5-4.
Wait, we're 9-3.
Yeah, that's what it says.
We were 5-2 last night when I made that up. When I did the Grifball Daily. Someone is really bad about reporting games. Report 5 games in one night. I don't think we played 5 games tonight.
And I'll just go ahead and go down the rest of the divisions really quick. I could just maybe do the division leaders or something and the regular divisions. Division 3, a flock of gun geese is 6-0. Division 4, the team formerly known as the team without a name is 3-1, but Reckless Fire is also 3-0.
They're gonna win that division.
Division 5, Your Girl Blew Us is 3-0. He-Man and the Funky Bunch is 2-1. that division has the best names, I swear.
I remember when I did the Hubcast, they didn't want to say Your Girl Blooming. They didn't want to say that team name.
Yeah. But then Division 6, Red Ray is 4-0, but Avians wouldn't know anything about that.
I've not even started a game. Only played like 25 minutes worth. It's been ridiculous. I mean,
maybe if you're in, one of the tough divisions.
No, I don't even want to hear it. You should know for a fact. Our availability is kind of crap. And you know what? After a 25-game AGLA season, I would like to take just a damn break.
I think you can have like a roster of like 10, and I just got busy with a 24-game season and then 5 more in playoffs. So, and I ran that season, so I don't want to hear it.
Why don't you put it in the fact that you're an admin too?
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. I mean, you, and this side's better.
I'm better.
Your mom went to college, okay?
She did. She graduated.
Yeah.
What now?
That's great.
Your mother wears combat boots. Anyways, let's see.
She was in the military too.
Division 7, the EU division. JSG leads that division 4-0. Seems like they probably didn't have some games to report, I'm not sure. But Sarge's Angels is in second place at 3-2. And finally, Division 8. Recoil is 3-0, and the Reclaimers are 2-2.
Isn't Hopper Kenny guys in that one too?
Yeah, they're 2-0.
They're going to win that division.
But yeah, I guess you can talk about GGO games. I don't have much to talk about.
I did have a funny thing about when watching I was playing a Righteous Kill. So let's talk about like all the star power on those two teams. Pretty much like most of the best players. And then Genji was in Division 8.
That was such a letdown.
Yeah, I think he got his ship again, and I think he's just done going for the win. He's just having fun again.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
But Nets over here making super teams and ruining Grifball.
That's what I do, man. That's what I'm here for, just ruining Grifball.
It's not gonna last.
Best division.
You're gonna lose just like you did back in Washington's first season.
Oh yeah, back when we weren't practicing and logging on 5 minutes before the game. Yep.
Pretty much what we do now. I mean, outside of random customs with 2 of us, there's nothing more going on.
Yeah, right. You guys are always together. Stop.
Please. The only time I'm with them is when we're playing games or I'm playing customs with Pig, who's being a noob.
You heard it here first, folks.
No, it's hard. Try to provide you guys with money. Just come on the road, right? So you can win a ship. So they can just be like, you know what? I did it. I'm good. I'm done. Peace out.
You can give me money. I'll gladly throw their games.
The Madden coins, though. That's how you do it.
People already think I threw the ship. With Boom Goes the Dynamite. To you, I say fuck off. But, yeah, pay me enough money, because, I'm poor as shit. Just, I want to go to RTX, so give me money. And I'll throw the games. You might have to cut that out, because now that they know I'm going to throw them, that they won't play me anymore.
That might be a problem.
I just ruined everything.
I kind of do have an extensive bank account, so you might not want to do that.
Cool. How about you just, send me the cash, and then we'll start talking.
At
Well,
the
if you start delivering meat on a daily basis, good.
No.
Wow, that was just like a wow.
you got
Very
Yeah.
cut off there.
you
I
got
have nothing else.
you got shut down, son.
Damn,
Yeah.
I just want a fucking pepperoni and sausage.
Bet you would. Bet you want a sausage.
Eat that butt bitch.
Okay, now on to more relevant news.
Come back in 5 years. I won't be delivering pizza anymore.
Looking at a hot dog.
Please. I'm in LA. Don't have any sense. This is New York.
You're gonna be my assistant. Let's put it that way.
You wish you could be in New York.
Not really. You seen their basketball team?
Oh no, that's not.
Garbage.
Yeah, don't bring that up, please.
Hey! Since you live in Los Angeles, don't even talk about basketball teams. You got the Lakers.
Like I said, come back in 5 years.
And then you
They'll
have
be
a
winning.
racist.
They'll be winning championships again. Excuse me? What'd you just say?
And then you have a racist on the other team.
A racist? God, fuck
Racist
Donald.
owner.
Fuck Donald Sterling, dude. What a piece of shit.
Oh, you know you love Donnie Sterling. Don't lie.
Talk about someone who just needs to die. I mean,
Right?
He's-
Talk about scum.
there's no place in this world for people like him anymore. Get the hell out.
Right? Wait. There's also no place on the planet to let Gingy sub in for on defense. Guys, what were you thinking?
What?
That is hilarious. I saw that.
I just saw this.
What happened?
One Hit Wonders let freaking Gingy sub in.
I heard they won.
They won, but
Oh,
why would
then
you
it
do
doesn't
that?
matter. Suck on it. I don't know. I wasn't there.
They won. Suck on it. Your rebuttals are the best.
I mean, all I know is that in the group chat there is just a lot of messages in caps about how something amazing happened and how they won. So, on the fence, we played them like 3 times already.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, shut up.
That's right.
I played you 3
Right.
times too, but you cheated.
And your own
Hey,
Good job.
I've only played 4 games. Top that.
I played
Suck
3.
Suck on it.
Hey, y'all can't ride bench like me. Come on, I'm the best.
Dragon guy was pretty much on the team, and he was expected to ride bench. He's played more games than me and Shadow. I don't want to hear it.
What time are you playing games? Because bedtime's like at 6.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not there for any of them.
Yeah.
Wait, did I play 3 games? I played 2 against a Righteous Kill. Shut up. Oh yeah, I played Turn Up Squad.
And then you'll randomly just pop up for the championship game like last season.
Dude, that was so clutch. I asked you if you wanted to play. You said no.
Dude,
You're
was
in the chat
confused.
like you're all scared. You're paranoid. I don't want to
you're
do
right.
it. What if
I wasn't
lose?
even home, dude. Fucking,
Excuses.
you know there's a confusion. And then
Nah.
by the time I
I
got
was
home,
talking to you the night before about whether they actually needed me there or not. And you said yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll be there. So don't give me this crap, but you were confused.
no, dude. Freaking Gingy said 8 p.m. Then out of nowhere the game started at like at 7 or something, or the other way around. And I remember I wasn't home, and I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna play Rage. He hasn't played a lot with the team. We're gonna get spanked.
This
That's
is
gonna be
not.
up to me to
That's the thing,
miraculously win the last 2 games, and it didn't work out that way. But when I saw you win game 1, I was like, all right, just play Rage again.
Well, that's just
like,
me.
okay.
You can just put me anywhere on the court for any team, and I'll just fit. Just deal with it.
Somehow.
All I do is win.
And speaking of winning, let's go over to the EU.
Yeah, playoffs started
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also got another recap this week from Kirsty DeLacy. I know last week it was Kirsty and Sev that sent it, so appreciate them sending that. Definitely gives us a little bit more to talk about. But pretty much in the EU league right now, we're in playoffs, like Rage mentioned, and they just also had signups for their bid league close as well, which is their side league that they have after the main season to keep interest. So that should be pretty good. I don't even. I'm pretty sure most of the same people that usually sign up for the bid league did, but it'll be interesting to see how the teams end up.
For the playoffs right now hasn't it been like Team Impact and Johnson Salty Grifballs for like season after season after season?
I believe like for the last 5, I don't know exactly, but I know they've been trading off ships. I think for at least the last 4 seasons, maybe 5.
Yeah, I'm a little uninformed, but I'm just gonna go ahead and call it. Budgie Studios is going to upset them both.
Well-
They're going to ruin this streak. Don't laugh at me.
I'm
Well,
going to laugh at you.
well, we love you because that's my team.
Yeah, see, there you go. NOPLEX is gonna carry
You hear this guy?
the bench anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. No, I'm calling that. They're gonna take it.
Yeah, I mean, NOPLEX does play very direct and has helped this team regain the bomb a lot.
Shut up.
Said no
Just
one
say
ever.
they beat the first 2 games of the season. They beat Johnson, Salter, Grifballs, and Team Impact, so they can beat those teams.
Uh-huh.
No,
Yeah.
no. You know, one thing I'm noticing is I'm looking at the captain's list for their EU bid league, and I'm just looking like, from the EU, from the EU, from the EU, and then there's Fordo. Just like random, just random, just really random.
Well, I think he did pretty good this season in the HLA. So you know, I guess if he knows his players.
Yeah, 4-2 knows his players for sure. He'll you know him. He'll even scout for EU talent for sure.
Yeah, he did. He picked Kiersey up last season. No, the season before. So yeah, he's taking a chance on the EU players before.
Yeah. So let's see. It looks like the way the playoff picture is shaping up in the EU is like it ended up. It was pretty close. It could have went one way or another from the last game that JSG played against District. Because if District would have somehow won that game, the playoff pictures would be switched. But the way it is now is Bungie Studios, we have to face Team Impact, and then 2 Spooky, which is Nets team, they have to face JSG.
Is it an ace on one of those teams?
He's on 2 Spooky with Nets.
Oh, okay. Nets, you an ace or?
Yeah, me and Ace, it's gonna go down. We're gonna get our first EU ships. Basically, the way it's gonna work is Silent's gonna get the start for game 1, and then should things go south somehow, we're gonna bring in the secret weapon, and it's gonna spell bad news for Muffin and Company.
No, but how do you handle the EU host?
How do I handle it?
Yeah. Or do you just suck?
Yeah, I just. No,
I mean, you're on their
garbage.
turf. I mean, they're just gonna dominate you.
Yeah, I also saw something about isn't all the playoff series except for the ship going to be just one game? I thought I saw something in their thread about that, unless both teams agree to play a 3-game series. But I think I might have saw something about that. I'd probably have to check that out.
Yeah,
I think
right,
that makes it more intense.
Yeah, it definitely does. If that's the
Also
case,
makes,
I'll have to talk with Quack, and then we might have to bring in the secret weapon earlier than we wanted to.
Or you're just gonna panic and not do it again.
Don't worry, we won't be confused this time. Don't worry.
You're playing Impact or?
No, JSG,
Okay.
aka my bid league team.
You're gonna lose.
Oh my God, Nets carried them so hard last bid league season. Jesus, wasn't
Dude,
even
Muffin and his
fair.
passes are insane. Why doesn't he sign up for the AGLA? Please, like someone. Does anyone know?
I don't know. Maybe because he's EU and he doesn't want to play at 3:00 in the morning.
I've asked him that before. He always responds with the AGLA isn't ready.
I mean, I'd love to see more EU players play, especially come dedicated servers. But I don't know if the schedules don't match up, then you can't blame them for it.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
I can barely hear you.
No, I look at it like we're all gamers, so we've all had those nights where we played at 3:00 in the morning. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit easier for. Well, it's not always easy, but a lot of the times I'm able to make the 3 p.m. Eastern times or 4 p.m. Eastern times since I'm home a lot. So, but I'm sure it'll be much harder the other way around if you have to stay up till 3, 4 a.m. sometimes to finish series. I wouldn't be able to roll like that. No way.
I mean, yeah, it's not like that hasn't happened before. I mean, back in season 2 with when Bomb Squad at Kiersey 4 had us reschedule a game for like noon for me, and
I remember that.
oh yeah, other than that, it went fine. I never played a game at that time, but I was happy to play against Kiersey for the first time.
Then we all started making jokes about Fordo's ridiculous reschedule times.
Yeah, that was blown out of proportion, but it happened. So
But yeah, let's see. It also says that. Yeah, it says that there was a new ruling in place this season that if teams had the same win-loss record, that they would be judged on goals scored. In the previous season, they just used goal difference. So that's another one of the things that Cannibal Cake has done. He's definitely, he's definitely been doing a good job running the league and he's been trying some new stuff like maybe the 1-game playoff that I mentioned, and I think the division setup and the playoff structure was a little bit different this season as well. So it's good to see some new stuff being put in there to improve.
Yeah, you guys got to have a. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, especially at this point, because you have to try something, because their signups have been progressively declining.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that he's trying new stuff, trying to get some more people in. That's good.
I think we're all in the same boat there, though. I think everyone is just, I don't know, getting a little worn out. Master Chief Collection needs to hurry up.
Yeah.
It's nice to see the team grow again.
Yeah.
I mean, there were seasons where I was like, EU's a ghost town. It was,
It's nice to see It's nice to see U.S. players giving the EU a shot, like the EU players are giving the AGLA and GGL a shot. So it's nice to see a little mix going on in between them nowadays.
For sure, I agree with that.
You guys got to have a podcast at like noon for us, so you can have Cannibal Kick.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, to have maybe a special session at like maybe 3 p.m. Eastern or something like that. I don't know the time that they would be able to make. It also says here that this is the first time in the rules that have stated that EU playoff series or games have to be neutral hosted. But yeah, I mean, people have opted for it before, but this is the first time in the rules have said it that it should be neutral hosted if at all possible.
So is Nets and Ace gonna go hard for an American host and then just pretty much cheat their way to the championship?
Mm-hmm.
I thought so. That's your secret weapon. You're such a puss.
Yeah, and
I mean, pussies win games, right? And chips. 4 guys involved, cough.
All I heard was 4 guys involved win chips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instant respawn. Yeah.
Yeah. What team were you? Oh, yeah. You guys actually.
Yeah, we upset you guys. Game 1.
You guys are the only. You ruined our perfect season. Fuck you.
Yes,
You love him for it. Don't lie.
And I've never heard a team any more quiet than you guys in that post game lobby. My God.
Shut up.
A funeral home would be a circus compared to what I heard.
I remember when we were on stream once. Everyone. It was before like streams were really really big like they are now. And someone was like, "Man, for a team that passes each other so well, they are super quiet." Because we really did not speak that much during games.
Yeah.
We didn't need to.
Reckless
Oh,
Fire.
by the way, shout out to Ice Cards. He was on Reckless Fire that season.
Yep.
Straight it was.
Ice Cards is a legend.
Dude, he's so good. I put a lot of faith in him. A lot of faith in him this season. And he came through.
It looks like for the EU's bid league, it says here that they have 40. Looks like they have 40 players in the bid pool, 8 captains. That's about around what it was last time, huh, Nets? Just something like that.
It's definitely around there.
I think it was 8 teams for sure. So, they had the CZV and everything like that too. They were thinking about having contracts and such, but they just figured since it's just a side league every season, they're just not even worry about having contracts because it's going to be different every season.
Right.
Yeah, until it becomes their main focus, then maybe. But yeah, it's mix things up for now.
Yeah, and me going for 10 like on a contract, like why even bother?
Yeah, you're just gonna suck unless it's the
Just
US
gonna
host.
destroy. Yeah, no, I'm not.
Okay. You're the top pick in the IGL draft, huh?
Not one win yet, man. Let's go.
Let's move on to the IGL.
Oh, please don't.
Yes, dude, it's so fun. Seriously,
when you're losing 20-4, man.
That's because you're garbage. Shut up. Everybody listening,
20-4?
Please.
What?
If you want a Grifball game that's not going to last 45 minutes, it's going to be 30 minutes long, then, give it a shot. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, it's been fun.
Unless you get beat 30-0.
That's because you suck. Some of the most fun I've had in Grifball in a long time was a 1-point game with like 5 minutes left. Like, the intensity is real.
And we suck even though we beat you. That's pretty funny.
You guys cheated.
No, I'm pretty sure I friggin' crapped all over you and then tied it up. But it's okay.
Nah. Who's on your team again? Which was your team again?
I don't know. I carried.
Yeah, you cheated.
Wait, so if you could put a player that was inactive and back into the lineup, is it too late to trade for you from Impulse?
Trade deadline.
I could work something out, right?
You're such a scrub.
I could work something out, right?
You
I
were
mean, the
just
rules
you were
aren't the
just
greatest.
looking for a reason. You're so dumb.
Yeah.
Do you notice how Rage is just bashing the shit out of you for this grudge game?
Because he's such a noob.
I don't know. I'm not ready to change my pick because you know what? Rage, you're just being a bull now.
He's a puss.
But I like it.
Dude, I mean, it's just more fun that way.
Yeah.
And when you're having fun, you play better and you just win.
Yeah, we played Detroit Bombers, I believe, and we had a pretty slow start first round because there's 10-minute rounds, obviously. But the first round it was kind of slow. I think they went up on us 2-0 or 1-0. It was something like that. But we just kind of stayed in the game and locked it down. We just couldn't get really good scoring in the first round. But in the second or third round, we just kind of started getting rolling and we poured it on and we ended up winning 9-2. So it was a good game.
I'm pretty sure there is one team that is just dominating it right now. I think, here we go. New York Reign is 4-0. And their goal differential is like 47.
Yeah, didn't they beat someone like 30-6 or something like that?
Yeah, they were doing pretty good. Let me see. I have their website up. That team is Nico Demons, T-Rain, Ice Cards, Death League, Quack, Oler the Marksman, Hydeo Kids, and Deep Chill. Yeah, that's a pretty stacked team.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing the draft. They also did the draft, so, and I like to say that it actually really did balance the talent out pretty good, except for that team apparently. Yeah. Oh my gosh, there are two teams that still haven't won yet, but yeah, it's pretty balanced.
Yeah,
it's a lot more balanced in the mid league.
Oxford, to an extent. Oxford Lightning, which is my team, we have a pretty good team. There are definitely some good teams for sure.
Yep.
But it's okay, Nets. You can talk about it.
No, I think I'll be fine. I'll pass.
Yeah, you suck. What a letdown.
Yeah, I remember it was another funny game playing Nets. Gingy pulled host, and he was an on-court host, so so Nets forced him to use the sword the whole game.
Oh my Jesus! I had to play at Saints host again, dude. Saints host is really bad now.
That was the first time NOPLEX I got outsorted by someone.
Damn.
I bet you were raging so hard during that game.
I mean, I was going up against host. Come on.
Yeah, I know. That's why you were raging. I'm sure it just wasn't fair.
Is that why you're 0-3 with a negative 21 goal differential?
No.
Yeah.
We're gonna get our first win. Don't worry.
Okay. Against the Madrid Knights, who are 0-2 too. I mean, come on.
Coming from the one person I know that says stats don't matter, Rage. What the hell are you using stats?
Those are goals. Those are stats that do matter. This isn't KD.
You're killing me.
Please. Goals count. Goals are a stat that legitimately count. I mean, come on.
Stop. You suck.
No, you're a scrub. You're just mad because you can't get goals.
Ooh.
Ooh. Someone trying to do a low blow here.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't bring up legendary losing because, I was trying to be a nice guy, but if you're going to antagonize me, I'm going to bring it up.
Oh, first off, Happy Pants, I owned up to it, okay? I owned up. They beat us straight up.
Yeah, they did.
This dude said happy pants.
Yeah. God. Okay, you know what, Rage? I'm gonna add listening to your already extensive list of skills.
Yes.
Yes, because you're going to lose now. I'm going with next dimension.
Okay. I want to hear Calvagarian's
Let's go.
I want to hear Calvagarian's pick. He's the one who decides things. Whatever team he picks loses.
Ouch.
Cal, you have to pick next dimension.
It is time.
That's right. Didn't he pick Silverstein for GGL?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All his picks. All
Yeah,
his
don't
picks.
pick my team, Cal, please.
He's the ultimate jinx. Cal, please do it. He's gonna do it. I'm gonna get an answer.
All right.
Shut up. Why would I pay you? I just told Ava I would throw games if he paid me. Why would I pay someone?
Because he's gonna jinx me now, and that's not fair.
Why would someone pay you? Because you said you were poor 30 minutes ago.
I am poor.
But yeah, does anybody have any other IGL stuff to talk about?
I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, I was supposed to play in another game, but then someone else got online, and I was nice enough to sit out.
anyone who has not given the Scorefest game time a chance, please do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I know one thing that a lot of people mentioned about Grifball as a game itself is that not knowing how long the game is going to go, that kills you sometimes. And the games last forever, or I don't know, sometimes they just drag on forever. If you want the games to be 30 minutes long, nothing more, then, Scorefest is the way to go.
Yeah, I think another thing I was going to say before I forget, and as we go ahead and wrap up this episode of the podcast, I wanted to, like I said, say before I forget about your new the changes you made to your daily update. You should go ahead and talk about that before we go or end the show.
I brought back the Twitter account too.
Yeah, but Rage is doing, well, he did revamp to his daily update to more coincide with this podcast with Grifball Weekly, so it's looking pretty good if you haven't seen it. It's kind of got like a newspaper look deal to it. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Venom. Yeah, this was that was kind of a spin-off kind of a thing, because we were I had no intentions of changing the HLA update, and then you brought up the idea of the podcast, and you're looking for a name, and I don't know, things just started rolling together, and it's like, whoa, dude, what if we combine the update and the podcast together in a way? And then Grifball Daily and Grifball Weekly all of a sudden formed.
You were really pumped for the idea, that's for sure.
It was so good. Yeah, it kind of got delayed a little bit, as you can tell, but it's here now, so.
Yeah, but I think we've got everything covered. We went through all 4 leagues like we always do, and I guess we could just wrap up the show by doing shout-outs, but you guys go first. I went first last time.
Shout out to the podcast. I'm never gonna let that
go. Shout out to Lean Pockets, and shout out to Cal. Shut up, they're so gross, dude. And shout out to Cal for winning me the AGLA ship this season.
God damn it.
Shout out to Evil for being the Kung Pao bitch of the week for losing society. Shout out to Endgame for beating us. You're still a Kung Pao, but you're not a bitch. Shout out to Supernova. Win. Shout out to Piper Drive. Good job. And shout out to Bad Intentions for being Kung Pao bitch of the week 2 for failing so hard.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest shout out I could say is going to Rage for being our guest, and yeah, it was definitely good to have you on the show.
Oh yeah, shout out to that person who was supposed to be the first guest, and then it never happened. I blame Nets for that, but shout out to that person.
It's just his agent is a pain to work with. I'm sorry.
But yeah,
he spoiled it. We now know it's a male.
But yes, we hope you enjoyed this episode of the podcast, and yeah, we will see you next week. Good night.
Kung Pao.
Podcast.
Bye.
Watching